Hey everybody, Dave here from Maps.
Troy here.
How's it going tonight? We're live from Troy's house tonight. So, what an interesting weekend! We were at the Greyhound Museum in Hibbing, Minnesota on Saturday night. That went pretty good. Unfortunately, Troy couldn't make it. He missed out on that one.
So disappointed. So disappointed.
So Troy, tell me some of the spots what are your most places you'd want to go investigate?
I think one of the most places I would love to go
Speak straight.
investigate would be Eddie Hall at the University of Minnesota.
What's all there?
They don't use that anymore because of the strange happenings that have been going on. I actually have a friend that lives down there who is a friend with somebody, a security guard at the university, and I'm trying to get her to see if she can let us in there for a night investigation. And while we're on that subject, I just want to give her a shout out. Sup, Oos?
So is there what all goes on there? Because I really never heard stories on that.
Desks move, papers um, fly off of desks and professors' desks. Uh, Shadow figures have been seen. I actually took a picture when we were there, and we saw a shadow figure, and then we saw like a set of shoes that were
Okay.
underneath by the door. And then I took one more, and then there was a really clear face that was underneath the steps.
Oh.
I sent that to you after I took it.
I probably have it. It's been a while. I don't know how many phones ago because I'm freaking phone probe dropping on the break. You know, just like this one. I've actually had it for a while and already cracked the thing.
You got lucky on that one.
Well, I dropped the doorknob on it and busted the dang freaking protector screen. And well, then I freaked out and put the protector screen on it. Then, of course, it cracks and that gets broke anyway.
Another place I'd really love to go is the mausoleum in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And the church that they have there, because in the basement of the church is a crematorium.
Wow.
So there would be a lot of activity there.
I would like to go to that the soap factory too.
Oh, yes.
That would be an interesting place. I'm actually trying to get in contact with them to go get an investigation set up. Maybe we can get in there this month. But I need to find out what your weekend is so I can correspond with Joe and everybody else.
Okay.
So I want you on the investigations.
Yeah.
The Greyhound Bus Museum was pretty exciting. We got there about 4. Roads weren't the greatest, but we made it. But we did pretty much. We got like 40 to 48 hours of audio and video recordings there. It was pretty intense. During the live investigation, it wasn't huge. I mean, we had stuff go on. We saw shadow figures, and heard things and footsteps, and had a lot of EVP. That the one right now we hear everything right away. And then Joe was having some kind of feelings and this and that. And we had one window that did maybe open. We had a seat that was reclined back. We have a picture of it reclined back. And then towards the end of the night, when we were doing a final checkout, it was closed. So then we have tons of stuff to go through there. Then after we were done with the live investigation, then we started doing off the air stuff, and we got pretty intense around 11 o'clock mark. The REM pods were going crazy. We shut off all the lights again. We did a complete in dark investigation and got scared a couple times from that Greyhound dog costume. Made a person jump a few times.
And I could about imagine that, and it must have been difficult with only 3 people.
Yeah, it was me running the camera, which is a pain because I normally don't run the camera. I usually try to help the cameraman point where to point, keep him in. I'm not going ah!
Yeah, and I did send you guys a thing saying that you guys are a hot mess without me.
If you guys have any, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I seen it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. We will answer them as we go here. We have Jill going to be on here later on tonight from Boyd House, and she's going to talk to us about that and the new location that they required that'll be opening, I do believe, this spring. So that'll be pretty neat. Yeah, anybody have any tips on the SLS camera? Do you got any of our followers use it? I'm actually in the process of building it. Just got to get it waiting for a couple extra parts to come. Then I'm going to put that all together. And hopefully on our next investigation here coming up soon, I'll be able to have that ready for us.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I thought I lost the antenna for my REM pod. So I actually went on Amazon. So in case you guys break an antenna, you guys who have REM pods, case you break an antenna or whatever, you can go on, get these little guys right here. They're $6.99 a piece. The only thing that kills you is the shipping and handling on them.
Yeah, it probably costs more than that.
It was $13 to ship and handle them. So, but I did get 2 sets.
Okay.
So in case Joe breaks his, or
Joe had a spill on Saturday.
Or if we break one off the VIP or the REM pod or whatever,
they work on them too.
Yep. We got them all. So I got a couple extra ones.
We'll get the deal in the link in the comments of this later after where you can get them at for anybody that needs any. Yeah, Saturday we left here from Troy's about 2:00, and we were walking out to the car to head out, and Joe just spiffed it right out. That poor guy's hurting today. I just talked to him earlier.
He looked like Fred Flintstone running backwards.
Yeah. Boom.
Poor guy.
Lucky he didn't have none of his equipment on him. Everything was already in the car because he took a heck of a spill. So big shout out to you, Joe, if you're watching. I hope you get better, bro.
Get better, man.
That looked like it hurt. Anybody got any neat locations they want to know of for us to go check out? Because our schedule's kind of in the loop right now. We're waiting for some phone calls and a couple other places to get some stuff set up. The next 3 podcasts are going to be pretty intense. The last one of the month is going to be really awesome. We have a very special guest, but I cannot reveal it yet. It's exciting. It's very exciting for us. We're big fans of this person, so stay tuned for that. Probably the week before, I'll be able to let you know. Everybody know who's going to be here. I do. What Monday is that?
Good question.
Here, check your phone. It'll be whatever the last Monday is.
It will be.
We're getting better at these podcasting. I got a new system set up now for the streaming wise, so that's pretty cool. And we're on 8 different platforms tonight going live on. 29th at 7:00, because he'll be our special guest at 7:30. He's a very famous person. Everybody knows him. I tell you who it is, you'll know. It was just by a miracle that we could get him on our show. So
everybody knows him. Everybody loves him.
Yeah, and you don't want to miss it.
No, you don't.
What else? We're going duh.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. The laser grid. It worked pretty good. Yes. But how for their bigger one, we couldn't figure out how to keep there's a stand for it or what?
Nope.
Okay, there was no stand. That's pretty good. We did a few things. It kind of tripped Joe out a little bit with the laser grid.
Did it?
And then one of our viewers, they said they saw a face on it. We got when we turned it on, they saw a blur of an image or something. Okay. So we didn't get through that stuff yet, but it's coming. There's a lot going on. So the next 4 days, me, Joe, Troy will be going through all that footage, and we'll be getting back to Ron at the Greyhound Bus Museum with all his stuff, and we'll be putting it on Facebook and getting everything set up. Does anybody want to have any questions? I can't speak. That's the lack of sleep, guys.
Actually, what I did for the bigger laser grids is I just bought some PVC pipe where it just barely fit in.
Okay.
And then you can push it down.
Yeah, because that would.
And then the button will come in, and then just drill a hole in the bottom big enough where you can fit like a tripod on there.
That thing
and set it on there.
That thing freaking just lit up that whole freaking garage where all those buses were.
But the thing is I gotta paint it black because the PVC is white.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
And then that'll really show up if like you have a still camera or something.
Well, the best part of the museum investigation was I think when we went completely dark. And it was back by the newer bus. Right off the top of my head, I can't tell you. Like I said, I probably got like 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. But back the newer bus in the back, far back, we got a lot of shadows and a noise. And like we saw a shadow, like a head I seen walk outside of the bus, walk past the windows. And then Joe went and checked to make sure just to see if that it would be what it looked like. His head was probably a good 2 inches up above. So that's basically what I saw. And when he went and looked, there was nobody there. And then there was a lot of little girls' names, like Anna, I do believe was one that we were hearing a lot.
I heard that one. And
we got a couple cemetery EVPs come through. So there's a lot of connection with the cemetery next door, I think, with the bus depot. The big focus on that is the little girl, too, you need to focus on because she's really shy. And she likes to play games. So we played patty cake and a couple other games with her. and we did get a little bit of a little girl come through the EVPs. But right at this point, I couldn't tell you exactly what they were because it was just as we went, we heard it. We have tons of EVP. It was not a dull moment. It was very, very interesting. So whoever else is going there and investigate it, just be so polite to everybody living and non-living there. Take care of it. Clean up your trash. Respect Ron for letting you be there because it was a great thing that he left us there. It was really worth the trip because we're like 2 hours away here from Brainerd up there. So it was so far, it was the best one for the start the year off, I'd say here for me. Personally, it was a great one.
I didn't get to go.
The hot spots, even by the car in there, they got an old car in there. That was where the REM pod was going completely nuts. And then, like I said, back by the other bus, and then there's another bus in there that has all the mannequins in there. There was a lot of stuff. We got a few shadow figures coming, images in the pictures coming through by that bus on there. But that dog in that suit will freak you out. Believe me, when it's completely black and you're not expecting walking into that, it's just like, whoa, there it is. But
I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the footage and listening to the EVPs.
And then we're probably want to plan on going up there again this summer, spring, if Ron will have us back. We'll want to get in there, do a little bit bigger, do outside more of the surrounding area and try to see if we can get permission to get into the cemetery after hours and stuff if we can. I ain't saying we can. They might not let you, but it's a worth to try. But remember, always ask permission. Never just go do something because that's what gives all us, it hurts everybody, just not you. It makes people not let other ghost investigators into a location because you break in, they go there without asking, they get sick of it. They say, no, I'm done. Nobody can go in.
That's why we're still waiting to see if we can get a go ahead for no pemming.
Yep.
Insane asylum. Our historian and another paranormal investigator of mine, or ours, Desiree, she knows a person who knows the guy that owns it. So we're still waiting on that.
Yep. So that'll be a good one too. So what's going on that one? I don't know a whole lot on that one either.
Okay, I went to No Pemming when they actually used to give ghost tours there. I had a medium with me. His name was Jason. And we were walking downstairs to the crematorium. And while we were walking downstairs, I was the last person and I got pushed and I ran into Jason. And he goes, man, did you slip? I said, no, man, something pushed me. And he goes, really? I said, yeah. I go, turn around. Tell me if you can see anything. And so he did. And he goes, I don't see anything. Well, when he turned back down to walk down to the steps by one of the big furnaces that they have there, or one of the big crematory, I can't even think of the word. He said he saw somebody standing there. It looked like he was like operating the button to turn it on. So the William H. Irving is up there as well, where I want to go. I want to go check that out. I'm going to see probably in a couple weeks to see if I can actually get a hold of the city of Duluth and see what they say or who they can put me in contact with to actually get on there. The bus depot or the train depot down there, that's haunted. Last time I was down there, I took a picture and up in the rafters was, I call him my devil dog.
Oh, yep. I think I've seen that picture.
Yep.
I do have that one on the phone.
And then I took a picture of one of the trains down there, and one of the deluxe trains in the windows, you could actually see somebody like looking out like they were waving. So that was pretty neat. But we didn't get to go in because they were closed because we actually went in the winter time.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yep.
That's when we first pretty much met back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, that was a while back.
God.
Because after that, we went to Glen Sheen Mansion.
Yep. I want to get permission to go in there.
Yeah. Oh.
I've been doing some research on that one. That looks pretty freaking good.
Yeah. I asked them about that, if they let investigators in there, and they said no. And I actually got in trouble because I had a K2 meter with me.
Oh, really?
And I was taking a tour, and they're stupid me.
Well, to anybody that's going to the Greyhound Bus Museum investigation that you're doing it, All the research you'll get will say that it was yellow fever, but you'll never see nothing that was yellow fever camp. In fact, it actually was a flu camp during the flu epidemic back in like 1920s back then. That's what was going on. It's not yellow fever. Just an update to everybody because that was right from Ron told me that. And then Grady, when are you going to the Greyhound Bus Museum? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna try though. I'm always figure at least try once. Ask if we can get in. Sometimes it don't hurt to ask. Lots of times you're gonna get say no, but right, cool.
Oh, sweet.
Next Friday. How many of you are going, Grady?
Take lots of pictures.
Yeah, do pictures. Just do a lot of EVP sessions and shut off all the lights and just go dark. That's.
No, I think they're going on the tour.
No, he's talking about going to the Greyhound Museum.
Oh.
He's going next Friday there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a couple now that Ron's letting do. But that'll be cool. What kind of equipment you going to be bringing, Grady? We brought REM pods, motion cameras. We had stationary cameras. We had laser grid. I can't say it. Laser grids. We basically bought the whole shop. The only thing I wish I would have had done was the SL camera because that would have been pretty cool. I know a group used one there before, and it's got a lot of movement on that. If you can get your hands on one of those, but I'm just waiting on a couple extra parts to get done. But get there early and stay there as long as you can. I mean, just like I said, be polite. Treat it like your own house. Treat it like it's a church, basically. Just, and you get to sign a waiver saying that waiver that they're not reliable like a normal. Oh, there you go. Camcorders. I would put a couple camcorders up in the buses like we did, and that's where we got a lot of action going on. And a couple of the deer trail cameras got one of Troy's got like 200 or some pictures I got to go through, and there was nobody in the bus when it went off. It was just like this steady dawn. So I've got a lot of dark shadows on that camera when I was looking through it.
I'll know what I'll be doing on my next day off.
There's a lot. I got to get this all done by Saturday, so we got a lot of work to do.
So got a lot of work to do.
Then we got to get up a meeting set up for them on Saturday so we can show everything, evidence in that. So me and Joe are working on that. He's working on all his stuff that he's got because he's got a lot of stuff. He's probably got 20, 30 hours just on that one live recorder of his own.
Oh, wow.
All together because we did session after session after session with that one.
We should really think about getting somebody else on our team that just does that.
Yeah, we need someone that do more research too. Someone that can sit down and they go, well, when I get our building, we'll have the office. We will have a professional office here in the next couple months. So then that's where we can keep everything, get a big 72-inch TV so we can do all the screening and everything in there and watch everything. And someone doesn't have nothing to do, everybody will have a key, you, me, and probably Joe will have a key to it, go to the office to do all the work. So Grady, you got any leads on any places to go investigate? Because probably the next 2 weeks, I need to go get something else going. Right now, everything that I had set up is getting rescheduled because of it's interfering with their schedule. So we got the Palmer House coming up, but there's stuff going on that it's intertwining with their stuff that we ain't gonna make it work until they're ready. And we have First Avenue coming up, but they got stuff going on that we can't get in there yet. So I need fill-in stuff. So if anybody has locations, man, just shoot me a text on Facebook. The number on our Facebook page, it goes. I'll see it. I'll give them the first one to get the message. So just let me know what's all up. If anybody has any locations that they think we need to check out, that'd be worth trying to check out, that we possibly can get in. Because some places I've been calling, they say no, we don't want to. Like the one up in Aiken, the 401 or whatever it's called. Yeah. They won't let nobody do an investigation there.
The 40 Club.
Yeah, even though I have some pull up there, but they won't let us in at all. But it's just sometimes you're gonna get a lot of no's. I mean, it's just the part of being an investigator. But the more you get better at it, the easier it gets. But look at us with our podcast; it's getting better. We have no hiccups so far.
It's not gonna work.
We made it 20 minutes without no technical difficulties.
You're gonna jinx us, man.
Well, this new platform helps. I think it makes it easier that we can stream across all six the things.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I get stuttery once in a while. I can't help it.
And not only that, he's tired.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking last night I thought I was gonna get to bed early, but with kids and then it's being excited about all the stuff, and I started going through the evidence, and the next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock, and I'm up in 3 hours to go to work. Awesome.
Good, good, good. Looks like Grady. Somebody else said something before him as well.
Cool.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, the Morton Heads High School. See, that's where I'm from, is down there. I've never really heard a whole lot about the high school. I know right by my parents, though, it's by a little town called Clements. There was actually an axe murder. I didn't even know this until about 5, 6 years ago. There's an axe murder in right down by the road by my parents. 4 people got killed, murdered by like the husband, the kids, and the wife did. And it's actually a good thing to look into, boy, because they actually still have Grady. They still have the axe in the Redwood Falls Museum in Redwood County. I would check that out. It's more of a spring summer investigation area because the house is no longer there. But I've heard they've had a lot of activity. I've been there personally myself, not during the night, just been there a day, many moons ago. But it's a very interesting thing to read about. Actually, there's actually a book wrote about it. So if you ever get a chance, just Google Redwood County axe murder. I think it was like in the 30s, early 30s, something like that. But I mean, it's worth it. But the Morton School, I've never heard anything, and I've lived there for 30 some years, but I've never heard nothing about the Morton School. Nothing. Can you tell me about what the story is on that?
Give me that tablet. Right there. Right back there. Yep. You got your hand on it.
Oh, I don't know on that. Yep, that one I know. Yeah, that one I've heard of, the WABA, the museum in Wisconsin. Apparently,
Yep,
I can't
I've heard of that one.
pronounce it. So, Grady, how long have you been investigating? I'm going on 24 years. I'm
going on 7.
And then most of everybody else in our group were a year.
They're newbies.
Joe has been doing it for a while, but he's never actually really been in, I think, in a group that he did it in. But I mean, he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing, but he wanders once in a while, kind of like I do. It's like that movie Up. Squirrel.
Yep, squirrel.
I hate squirrels. Oh, you just got started in August? Okay.
Nice.
That's pretty. What's the name of your group? God, mine, MAPS, MAPS, has been my name of my group since I started it when I was 17, and I didn't even have internet yet when I was 17. God, I'm old. It was 2000 when I got, 2000 when my parents finally got internet in the house. And there's the old dial-up. Get off the phone, internet, I need to make a phone call.
And then,
jeez.
Great.
Okay, yep, that's right. Yeah. I knew that. I'm half asleep. I gotta go home yet after we're done, and I got kids to get to bed yet. So, have you ever been to the Boyd House? I actually myself, no, I haven't recently. A long time ago I was there, but not anytime soon. But I can't even remember when it was.
Actually, has anybody that's viewing us right now has anybody ever been to the Boyd House?
I don't know the full story on it. I know I've read about it and I just researched it, but like I said, my brain's rattled. And then freaking get stuck driving back in the dang snowstorm when the freaking I-69, 169 between freaking Grand Rapids and Aiken was nothing but freaking ice, 35 freaking miles all the way freaking there from there. It was a long drive, but it was worth it. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of things happen. We learned a lot of stuff. We learned more from Ron than we did actually from the research that we did on it.
Grady, I got a question for you. How did you come up with the name Grey Duck Paranormal?
She's going to be on here tonight, Jill, from the Boyd House. So that'll be interesting. She can tell us about the new location they got, too.
In about 6 minutes. Okay, he said he hasn't been there either, but it's on his list.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get there, try to get there, hopefully get in there this spring. Trying to do one there, at least then stay the whole weekend.
That's a B&B, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's B&B. I think it is, but I don't know. I think you just rent. I don't know.
I can't remember.
But that'd be fun to do. That's another one that's down by my parents.
There's a lot of people that kill a lot of people during the snowstorms.
Yep, that is very true. It's a lot.
That's the boy house, right?
I think so. I'm not
I
sure.
think that's what she's talking about. What's her name? Shannon?
Okay, yeah. It says duck duck. Ah. Yeah, that's true. That's actually a pretty good name. I really don't know how I came up with Minnesota Association of Paranormal Study. I don't remember. It was 20 some years ago. I was like, hey, that's a good idea. And then I was like, hey, let's abbreviate down to maps. But I think I was thinking of tats too. I was like, sweet, I can make maps back when I first did it. I don't know.
Taking them boys' name away, and then all of a sudden you get sued for
Hey, I put M there.
copyright infringement.
It can't be. It's M. It's maps. Minnesota Association of Paranormal Study. I was going to do Minnesota Association of Paranormal Study and UFO research, but I never really got into the UFO stuff too often.
Cryptid research, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, that would be. I haven't got into a lot of that. I used to be a lot into cryptid stuff 2 years ago, but as I got older, the more I got into more ghost hunting, more and more putting my time into this. The big thing on ghost hunting is research. Do your research. That's the biggest thing. You always want to have an idea on what you're going in on when you go in.
Yeah. And for the cryptid thing, I do have a story that actually made me believe is I used to be a patient registration clerk at a clinic, and they needed a Gitchida, a warrior, to sit in with the spiritual healer. So when I got there, they said that what this healer uses is he uses the power of Sasquatch to do his healing, because Sasquatch was the healers. They would take the terminally ill kids and bring them back healthy. But I said, okay. He goes, no matter what you see, or no matter what you feel, no matter what you hear, no matter what you smell, he goes, do not open your eyes and just keep on doing your praying with your sage. So I said, okay. So we started, and about 3-4 minutes into it, I heard a really low guttural growl. I didn't think anything of it, but then the smell was overwhelming. It was like wet dog and rotten egg times 100. It was horrible. So what I started doing was I still kept my eyes closed and I still kept praying. And then I felt like when somebody walks by you, you know how you feel that air. But when this walked by me, I felt hair go across my arm. But I kept my eyes closed and I kept on praying, and I could feel hot breath in my face, like something was staring at me. So we finished the ceremony for the guy that we were doing the healing ceremony for, and I opened my eyes, and his assistant goes, did you feel the presence of the Sasquatch that was in here? And I said, yes, I did. I smelt him, I felt him, and I felt him breathing on me. She goes, he was right in your face, breathing on you, looking at you. And I go, why would that be? My spirit animal is the bear. The Sasquatch and the bear in Native folklore are brothers. So he knew what my spirit animal was, and he was sizing me up and checking me out. And after that, I've always believed.
Get Jill in here.
Okay.
She's on. We're going to bring Jill in.
There she is.
Hey, Jill, we're bringing you on right now.
Hey, guys.
Let's see. Hey,
Hi, Jill.
How are you?
How's it going? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, how's your night going?
Oh, good so far.
Well, that's good.
Good.
So tell us a little bit about the Boyd House.
Oh, there's so many stories about the Boyd House.
I heard a few. I don't know them all, but I've heard a few. Could you tell some of our viewers what it's about?
Yeah, so basically the house itself was built in 1901. Our deed goes back to 1889 when it was owned by the St. Louis Minneapolis Railroad. Some of the main history, though, that we found of the house is the Eckert family, Fred and Minnie. They moved in 1912, and they had two of their children passed away in the home. One of them was about a 3 or 4 year old when he choked to death, and then one was an infant. And then both Fred and Minnie passed away in the home, and Minnie's funeral was held in the home for 3 days as well.
Okay.
And then we do have a confirmed death of a lady in the 70s, just natural causes. But we do have a lot of reports of other children, more of like pre-adolescent children. So I'm not really sure where they come from, but they are very prevalent in the home too.
Okay. So what kind of haunting is going on there? What stuff happens?
Oh boy, you name it, it's happened. But yeah, a lot of equipment interaction. So you get a lot of like with the K2 REM pods, millimeters, laser grids. People have been picking up. People have seen shadows, apparitions. My husband actually had saw a woman up on the stairwell. So he was just coming in the front door. He was carrying some like a big box, and he just kind of looked up, and he said for a second he thought it was me because it was like a woman with like my length of hair. Kind of brown, but she was wearing a white dress. And then he looked up, just kind of looked away and then looked up again, and she was gone.
Oh, wow.
So he got to see her. I still have not seen an apparition in the house.
It'll catch you on surprise when it's happened. I've seen a few in my day, so
Yeah. So
it's a shock and it's excitement all at once when you see when you see your first one.
Shannon asked a question now. I can't see it.
Let's see. Do you think that when the funeral did more? Oh, did you think when they had the funeral was there more haunted? Shannon asked. Hold on, Shannon. Jesus. Shannon asked, "Do you think when they had funeral in the house, did it haunt it more?"
Oh, it's hard to say. I don't know. I think there were spirits there even before the Eckhart family moved in.
Okay.
Well, but I believe that the Eckhart stayed around just because they actually loved their home so much and the town. They were very, very well respected people in town. They owned more of a fancy, they were more of the high end grocery store basically.
Okay.
But they also sold like fur coats and just knickknacks, things like that. And Fred was part of the fire department. His father and brother helped build one of the Lutheran churches. They were just very well known in town. So I think just that history and the love of town is, I think, why they are still there. They seem to be happy. We don't get a lot of anything really negative at the house at all.
Okay.
Everything's been really friendly and just really, really willing to communicate and stuff too.
Okay, you beat me to the punch because I was just going to ask you that.
So how can anybody get a hold of you to get into the Boyd House?
We are on Facebook, and so they can check us out there. Our website is boydhouse217.com.
Okay, we'll get that on for you.
Yep.
Now your second location, what's the story on that?
Well, that is we're just developing into the mystery of that. I've actually only been there 4 times.
Okay.
It is a Masonic lodge that was built in 1891, and it is just incredible. Like, I have had such crazy experiences the 4 times I've been there. Like, even on my walkthrough, I think I got 5 really good EVPs.
Oh,
And
wow.
like one was just like it sounded like a child saying body. And so I don't know if they were looking for it, but we have gotten a lot of information that there are children at this location. I don't know. My guess is because when we had some communication with a little boy there named Cody, he told us his friend Mark died there and had a fever, and he was really hot, burning up like he was on fire.
Okay.
We're just wondering. I haven't been able to confirm, but my belief is that, back in the day when kids maybe, either had scarlet fever or smallpox, they isolated them. So they brought them to churches or places where there's not going to be a lot of things. And Masonics are known, as Shriners do with the children, that they're very into that kind of thing and helping the community. So we're just guessing at this point that that's why these children are at the location. And I have brought in, a bunch of different toys, and I put like the EMF lanterns or even those trip wires, the EMF, and those will go off around the toys. And there's absolutely no power to this building at all. There's no electric in this. However, we've had REM pods go off, footsteps. I think one of the best that we had is my friend Teresa. She's on my team. Was in the kitchen making a sandwich, and all of a sudden she was the only one in there, and we were in the other room. I was on the phone, the other two were just talking, and you just heard this loud bam, and she comes running out of the kitchen, and I thought she'd like dropped the cooler or something. It was that loud. I was like, what did she drop on the floor? But then she's like, something slammed something behind me. So then we went out there and kind of tried to replicate, and the only thing we have in there actually is cabinets. And it made that exact sound. So something would have had to open the cabinet and then slam it back shut.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nice. So we had that. Then later through Estes Communication, they said his name was Harold, and he likes to slam doors and stuff.
I don't know if you said this, but where's the second location at? I might have missed you saying it.
That one's in Keithsburg, Illinois.
Okay. I think Grady's you're opening that up in May, right?
Yeah, actually I just got everything launched today. So the website is up and running. Okay,
perfect. Yeah, one of our viewers, Grady, I think he said he's going there in May.
Yep. I did get a couple reservations already today. So they can reach that at the haunted1861masonic.com.
Okay.
That's got all the information there.
Perfect. 1861. So how long have you guys owned the Boyd House?
The Boyd House I bought back in 2018.
Okay.
It's steadily gaining popularity, and I think also we've brought some haunted objects in there, supposed haunted.
Okay.
And then I think just doing everything that we do creates a lot of energy, brings in, as I say, the passerby spirits. We have one painting that was given to us that this lady had found. Her and her husband found it on the side of the road many years ago. And it's just this weird, creepy, vibey blue monkey on a porch inside a house. It's weird. I can't even describe it. It's just bizarre. But there's also like a story written around the frame as well. So when you read it, you kind of have to like turn the picture, read it. But the lady said she never read it because she felt like she would summon a demon, and she always felt that something was staring at her through this painting. But her husband became very, very obsessed with the painting. He hung it in the garage. She'd find him just staring at it, and not doing anything. Sadly, he did commit suicide in front of this painting.
Okay.
After that, she didn't want anything to do with it. So we brought it to the Boyd House. We were running a spirit box, and we said, what do you think of this painting? And it said, monkey evil, get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
It's still there. So.
Oh, geez.
Do you know of anything of like any history of the land that the house was built on? If it was.
Yeah, like I said, I just know 1889. The railroad owned it, and it was right off the railroad. And then the town it's like the first house on the edge of town, and we were the first to have indoor plumbing as well. But also the town is butted up against the Sioux Dakota reservation line. So I don't know if there was any, fight over that, or maybe even the town maybe have taken over that and then pushed, the Native Americans over, or if they did really just move in and butt up against. So I'm sure there was some sort of things going on there as well.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just want to give a big thank you, shout out to Parapost Network for having us.
Thank you for letting us be on your network. Brian, another shout out to you. I will get the logo and everything on there. I just got this stuff off this new platform all set up, so I'm learning all the quirks. So yeah, we finally actually had a no hiccup day, Jill. Before, when we were first getting going, our freaking network was just all messed up. We'd drop our freaking internet all the time. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Saturday night, we just got done doing the Greyhound Bus Museum up in Hibbing, so that was a pretty interesting.
I saw that you guys were up there. My team was. We've been wanting to get up there for years, but now it looks like they're kind of letting people in. So
yeah, they're starting to let people in there. It's a very interesting place. But like I said, they got this Greyhound dog kind of dummy. It really messes with you when you walk it in and it's dark completely, and it's just like, where's that come? And then they got a big Mickey Mouse wearing a hat, a big bus driver hat in a glass case, and that's another thing that freaks.
I saw that.
Like what the? But it's worth the trip to go up there. It's really interesting. There's a lot more history to it than what you find when you're trying to do research. Ron knows a whole lot more than I could ever find on that place.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the Boyd House, do you have like any pictures of like any apparition that you've actually captured or anything like that?
No, we don't have any of that. I do know there was a team, Northern Outer Realm. They actually caught 2 shadow figures in the house. And it was like, and I believe it is those pre-adolescent children, because it's 2 and it's like goes one and then another one a little bit smaller.
Okay.
And it's got like that people shape, and then it's running through the kitchen, which we've had people say they see shadow figures in the kitchen, and we do get quite a bit of activity in there, like really early in the morning. And then I know the way the house is situated with windows and such like that, there's absolutely no way it would be car headlights at all. Because of just the way it's facing. So that's for me is a very real valid video. Okay. And I have had one of my team members see a shadow peeking out in the doorway by the stairwell, and we've actually had quite a bit of other teams say that they will see shadows peeking out. That stairwell tends to be really active. A lot of times you can put like a REM pod on the landing. It's a double stairwell, so you can go up one side or the other side, and then it meets in the middle and then goes all the way up. So a lot of times you put stuff on the landing, you'll get some activity as well. People have put like a ball on there, and then like they'll find it on one side or the other that it's rolled down.
Okay.
I put a REM pod on there, and a lot of people seem like uneasy sometimes coming up the stairs, like somebody's there on the stairwell as well. So yeah, just a lot of different energies. It's all over the house. There's everywhere.
Has anything ever happened outside?
Nothing that I know of. The only thing, like I say, you get a little bit of energy from the railroad. They do have one man, and I don't know like where exactly on the tracks. It's kind of a mystery if it was suicide or murder. But he did get, they think he jumped or got pushed in front of the train and got killed. And then also they made a rule for the butchers in town that they weren't allowed to butcher in town, so they would take the animals out and do it on the railroad track.
Okay.
So, there's just a lot of bit of different vibes, a little bit of energy going on there.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything going on.
Well, Jill, we appreciate you for being on tonight with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll definitely be in contact to get an investigation set up for us for down there, because we're planning on getting that all done too there. That's one of on our list to get to there this year. So
love to have you.
Get that in contact. We'll get more on that. Well, thanks again. We appreciate it for being on tonight. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you for all the information.
Yep, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Well, that was pretty good. I found out a little bit more about the Boyd Hall. There's a lot that I didn't know.
Yeah, me as well. That was good. Grady.
You had a few questions, Grady. Troy got. Hey, thanks again, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yes, definitely.
Where'd it go?
Oh, that's what it was. You say you love my Han Solo shirt.
Oh, nice. Again, it's the BoydHouse217.com and the 1861 Sonic.
Yeah, I can't.
Sonic.com.
I couldn't read it fast enough.
So check it out. It's open for the guys to go get in there for investigations and stuff. Now, Grady, I would take to the Greyhound Museum too. I would take some cat balls if you have any. So for a little girl to play. Yeah. See, that's one thing I couldn't. We tried. I thought I had some, but we didn't. And Joe thought he had some. He didn't. And I thought I'll stop over at Petco and grab some. They didn't have any either.
No cat balls at Petco?
So try some cat balls out there. Then let me know on what you get on footage. And then another thing, Grady, I would like to get you on our show too if you would like to. Would be nice to get you set up on there maybe this month, one of the Mondays, if you want to come on board and have a I'm already screwing up.
Have a ghost talk with us.
Come sit down and talk with us.
And said, "Oh, cool, perfect."
But otherwise, I think we're gonna wrap it for tonight because I need to go home and go to bed. So apparently, I can't speak. But we had a great non-technical issue night. Everything works. We had a great interview with the Jill from the Boyd House, which went perfect. Instead of like Johnny Vortex, everything went freaking nuts.
Oh, I still feel bad, Johnny. If you're watching, bro,
Yeah, we
sorry.
got this figured out now, so we will get you back on the show again, so we can have a non-interrupting time of talking with you. And I also would like to get you up here too, so we get on an investigation.
Get you up here and take you out with us, man.
So Grady, just get in contact with me tonight yet or tomorrow, and even next Monday, I'll see if I get you on the show if you're up to it. We can talk about your investigation at the Greyhound Bus then too museum if you want to.
Yes, definitely.
But thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Keep liking the page, keep sharing, keep watching. There's going to be some cool stuff coming up. Like we said, we got a very, very, very high profile. I can't speak.
A very, very high profile special guest investigator.
Gonna be on our show the last Monday of the month.
So last Monday of the month.
So
and
check
everybody,
it out.
you know, I know who it is, and I tell you what.
Troy's excited. He doesn't get excited too often.
I'm keen.
But thanks again, everybody here for watching us tonight. You have a great night, great week. And Grady, good luck with your investigation on Friday. Let me know how it turns out, and just keep watching us and watch us grow. We'll get huge, and we'll bring you still every investigation we can. We'll take you live with as long as we got internet. So it's uncut, and nothing's there. So you're seeing everything as we see it, hear it as we see it. So
everybody, stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye, guys.
Bye.